Hey, Empress Ryvant here. Hope everybody is blessed. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and hit that notification bell so that you'll be up to the time when the new readings drop. Also, just to let you know that on the 29th of April at 8 p.m, Darryl Whitaker and I will be doing a new moon meditation. Come and join us. The links will be in the description box. Just tap the link tree and link straight to it, will be there. Tickets can be bought at Eventbrite. It's going to be a great event. Full astrology breakdown from Darryl Whitaker, a tarot reading from myself, and a guided meditation. So it's going to be a very powerful night. We will be looking into journal prompts and also our intention settings. So come and join us. Let's get intentional, let's dig deep, let's do some reflection, and yeah, come and link us. I look forward to connecting with you all. And for your personal readers, all the information is in the description box below. So my lovelies, let's see what is going on in the vibration. This energy I woke with today. And leave what doesn't. It's going to be something that may not be for you today, and that is alright. Check out some of the other videos, you know, and don't be always so hung up on the signs. There may be messages for you in there, depending on your astrology chart as well. So let's see. So we've got two overall energies, so I feel like this could be two separate groups, or it could be for everyone for different reasons. So the first energy is, don't let your past hold you back. South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. Okay. And don't let the shadow time, you know, the things that you think are dark and murky and people won't quite understand, they won't look at you the same way. Don't let the past hold you back. All the growth, all the experiences are necessary for your wisdom in this time. So even the dark, murky stuff, and even if you're one of these people who feel like you had it good, it was bright, it was breezy, you know, and maybe you feel judged because everybody else seems to have had it really, really rough. And you know, if you haven't been in the school of the hard knocks, then what have you got to say, or what do you have to bring to the table, or what's your, you know, what wisdom can you bring, you know? And there's much wisdom in all experiences. Okay, so we also have balanced spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So balance, spirituality and practicality. So again, speaking to that part of ourselves where we are so practical, and we've got commitments, children, work, you know, got our career and our businesses that we're running, our households that we're running, trying to balance our relationships and so on and so forth. But the counterbalance is that spirituality, is that moment of silence, is the meditation, is the deep breathing, is the sound healing. You know, it's connecting to source, divine, it's speaking to your ancestors, speaking to the angels. It's getting very, very intentional and detailed about what it is that you are wanting to bring into fruition, and recognizing that it comes from the inner seed, comes from within. It's not a without situation, it's not something that is completely external. The spiritual realm assists, you know, in this 3D, 4D realm. So I'm loving the fact that we're talking about don't letting your heart past hold you back. and balance spirituality and practicality. It almost feels, I picked up on that more darker energy first. Don't let your past hold you back. And for some of you, it's this like murky past situation, or feeling like you're being viewed in a certain way because of your past, and maybe not wanting to reveal, you know, the details of the past because maybe it might be a bit dark or a bit murky than you would like. Okay. For some of you, this involves marriage. This could involve. Right, okay. Right, so some of you, this involves a marriage. Okay, so possibly to do with don't let the past hold you back. Possibly, maybe looking at maybe what you may offer, or maybe what you have, or your past might be a reflection on whether or not you believe you deserve to be married, deserve for a happy union, deserve to be seen in a light that is bright and optimistic. And then there's also this energy that I feel where there is a need to balance the more spiritual aspect, because the practicality of getting married and running a household and being somebody's significant other and being their rock also means that you must also be at a place of peace for yourself, balancing that spirituality and that practicality energy as well. So definitely some self image vibrations going on here. What you deserve, what you think you can attain due to things of the past. Maybe there's not many people in your family who are married. Maybe you are seeing a lot of relationships that fail, and maybe that sort of maybe that viewpoint or that perspective is what may be holding you back. Take this off because this is far too much going on here. So yeah, possibly that. You've got the main man. So possibly this main male energy, you know, maybe you're the main person who feels, do I have everything to offer? Do I have anything to offer? I think this is a balancing act, practicality, spirituality, looking at the past. And I think, as you can see, this is quite an old, I love this period kind of, this is like the gilded period, and I absolutely love these cards. This old period, love period dramas in general, but this I see as being traditions, honour, yeah, it's like continuing a certain particular line, or this is how we do things traditionally in our family, in our culture. Maybe there's a lot of pressure, and maybe past failures is making you feel as though you can't be the main person, the main breadwinner, the person to come to. You know, and this could be non-gender as well, you know, bearing in mind, although it says main male, you know, I think it's to do with the responsibility energy, this vibration of the masculine doing, and we both have masculine and feminine within us, so we need not worry about the gender roles necessarily in readings. We also have the wealthy man, so I feel as though this main man and this wealthy man, I feel as though this is what some of that murky energy is. I think the main energy is looking at what you don't have. Maybe you don't feel like you can provide for a family, a wife, a husband, you know, a situation, have enough in your cup to give spiritually and practically, because your past is ever too murky in your own mind's eye. But this union, I feel as though is being influenced Yeah, it's being influenced by what is had, what they have, what this person has, and what this person feels that they may not have. And they don't seem like they're in any bad standing, you know. They seem to be in a parlour, you know, in a great home, you know. This wealthy man's in a bank, it looks like, or some office type situation. So I feel like this is not a thing where you're destitute, where you don't have, but I think the perception of what you need to have in relation to your past and what you've seen coming up is what's informing this sort of self-limited belief, although almost like you can't be this wealthy person. And then we have the thief. So you've got to be very, very careful, you know, about what it is that you have. Be mindful that if you may not have all full resources yet, there are still people around who see you having more than they do. So they're going to want to take what it is that you have, especially if you don't value it, especially if you don't feel like it's of value at all. So this could be, you know, people taking advantage of your kindness, taking advantage, you know, stealing physical objects, stealing your energy, stealing your time. Because maybe you are not balanced in your spirituality, and you're just giving and giving and giving and giving, and you're not being practical, you know, because in your mind's eye, oh, I don't come from anywhere much, you know, I'm not going to amount to very much because of this past energy, because of what I've gone through, because of this murkiness here. And although things are brightening, although things are clearing up, you still have this at the back of your mind. So I just want to break it down a little bit further. So I do definitely feel it's definitely connected to this energy of this balancing. Can I provide? What do I have to bring to the table? You know, really looking at what it is that I want, what it is that maybe the other people want, my family, my responsibilities. Wealthy man, do I need to be this person, working towards being this wealthy man, but also looking at whether or not you really feel you can attain that. So there's a confidence, and then there's the thief. So even when you feel like you don't have nothing to offer, there is always someone less fortunate than you, or somebody who is laying in wait for what it is that you have. And maybe then and only then may you see actually you have so much, you know, to offer. So let's just break this down as well. Before I do that, I want to get an abundance angel's energy. See, because this is definitely feels like very financial. It feels some type of abundance energy or a feeling of lack thereof, to say the least. Too many cards to spread out, let's make it plain, please. What messages do you have around money and abundance? Finances. Okay. So we have conscious consumer. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only what you need. So again, being a conscious consumer, I feel as though this main man is at this space of what, you know, working out what I can afford, what is ethical, what makes sense, but also looking at what everybody else is doing. And I think maybe this conscious energy, this conscious consumer energy is possibly what is playing on the mind. So if I'm to be a wealthy person, If I am going to be able to provide, I want to be able to do it in a certain way. And in the past, we weren't able to be conscious consumers. You know, we had to take what was given. Sometimes the way we got things weren't ethical. Maybe we were a thief. Maybe you were somebody who had to steal to get what it is that you needed because times were very hard, and that murky past sometimes makes you look at yourself in a certain way, or there's a certain hue around your view because of some of the actions that you may have to have taken to survive, you know, in actual fact. So there seems to be some energy around, you know, the past and what it is that you feel you should be doing. And then we've got attracting and attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way. But because of fear, underlying chasing energy, because of the fear of the underlying chasing energy, instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. So attracting, not chasing. So again, it's that mindset that you don't have to run down the wealth, you don't have to chase it, you know, in a unhealthy kind of way. Chasing the bag, gotta get it. That energy also can be a repellent. And when things don't go your way, it's like, I've been working really hard, I've been putting in all this effort, why am I not at this stage of the wealthy man? I've been putting in all this energy. You know, I've been taking all the opportunities, but maybe the energy around it is too thick. Maybe it's not from a space of, what was the energy? Love, gratitude, and then welcoming energy. Welcome it in. You know, money comes to me. Every opportunity I embark on is fruitful for me and those around me. That is the kind of energy that you need. Not, oh my goodness, I need to chase this, I need to have that, I need to be this person in order to have this union. You know, I feel like that could be the energy as well. So let's go into the tarot and just dig a little bit more further. Clarify why marriage is here. Why is marriage here? Why is the marriage? Three of Swords. So definitely some heartbreak, definitely betrayal, disappointment. I feel as though there is an energy around this because possibly things from the past didn't necessarily work out within the marriage. Maybe this is your second marriage. Maybe this is, you know, another stab, quote unquote, another chance at a relationship, and maybe the things that didn't work in the past might be what is making things difficult, and you need to balance yourself. Because spiritually, if you're able to balance the fact that whatever happened in the past is informing your wisdom for the future and your experience, then you can practically take steps. I'm going through this, you know, I've got a lot to deal with. I'm still healing from the past. You know, I still have a fear that I'll be left behind. I still have a fear that I won't be given what I deserve. I've got a fear that I'll be left broken-hearted and disappointed, you know, or betrayed. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else on that before I carry on. King of Pentacles. So I think it's to do with money. I think someone was left high and dry. Maybe they wasn't being supported with this Swords energy, Three of Swords. Maybe there is, you know, a betrayal around somebody saying that they would look after somebody, they would build, they'd be together, there would be this companionship, and it feels as though this person was only looking out for themselves. Or maybe they was in this union because they saw you as the King of Pentacles. You seem to have your things together, and maybe they thought that they could ride your purse, you know what I mean, live a life that was maybe luxurious, or live a life that was not filled with so much toil and labour. And I think maybe that has kind of caused a lot of the mistrust you know, looking at people like they could be just out for something. Maybe this kind of gives you this energy that people are just feeds, or they just want to take from you. You know, this energy that they're chasing, not attracting what it is that they want, and they're not conscious consumers. They're not ethical in the way that they do things. See why this main male is here. Clarify main male. 9 of Pentacles. So yeah, the main person is working towards their stability and being independent and feeling confident in what they have to offer, to look after their family, look after their businesses. So yeah, maybe this main person you are working towards things. You know, maybe it feels in your mind not quick enough. Maybe you feel like you've been dealing with so much stuff that you haven't necessarily been practical about things. But you're on your way. 9 of Pentacles speaks of, I mean, you're almost at the 10. Look at that 5 of Wands. I think that's what it is, the competition. I think you feel as though there is too much competition in order for you to have what it is that you want. But you've got to remember, there's only one you, and you do things in a particular way. You know, there are so many different coffee shops on one road, and they are still existing at this point. So it lets you know that you doing your thing the way that you do, people will enjoy it. Not everybody, but some people will. And I think the energy of the competition of it all, because the 5 of Wands speaks of competition, conflict, having to fight for what you want, you know. And I think that's probably what the energy has felt like. So close to this, but I always feel like there's a competition. I always feel like I've got to fight. I always feel like there's somebody after what it is that I want. You know, it always feels like I've got to be chasing it down, you know, instead of being conscious and ethical and balanced in my spirituality, that everything is happening for me, not to me. So that it doesn't cast that, you know, heavy aspersion over yourself as though you can't have what it is that you want. Don't let your past hold you back, you know. But I get it. It's annoying when you feel that people are in competition with you. You know, you don't feel like you have an ally, but rather somebody is here to mess with the way you do things. So looking at the wealthy man, this is the person who you want to become. Or possibly you are this person already, and maybe you're looking at everything that you had to become, everything that you had to go through to become this person. You know, the competition, you know, really working independently. Maybe you were on your own a lot with that 9 of Pentacles independent energy. You know, we also have, to clarify, the 6 of Wands. So yeah, this wealthy man is celebrated. You know, this is recognition and reward, all the hard work that you've put in, all the things that you've done. So I think that this energy is mainly around the triumph that you're walking into, the past relationships that didn't work, the heartbreak, you know, those people who were here to support you and didn't. They didn't hold up their end of the bargain. And it meant that you had to work independently. You had to really work on yourself. And possibly take some time alone. There was a lot of competition and a lot of work, you know, and a lot of actions that you had to take, even though they were uncomfortable. But you are becoming this wealthy person, and you are getting recognition and reward for all of what you've done. And maybe this wealthy person is not necessarily just in financial, monetary, but abundant, with the lessons, with wisdom, with that experience, with that understanding, with that new sense of self, that new self-perception, that new lease of life, that confidence that comes from, I done this shit though. Yeah, it was picky before. Yes, things were hard. I didn't get what it is that I needed then. But look at me now. Look at me now. Hey, look at me now. Hey, look at me now. Hey, I'm getting paper. You know, like, I've leveled up. I'm not in the same position, and this recognition being, you know, exalted and being celebrated is a nice feeling, you know, because we're moving away from this really sad emotional energy with this Five of Cups. You know, the things that we lost, grief, anxiety, worry, loss of friendships, loss of relationships, loss of that self-love as well, and having to really regain that. You know, that time where spirituality had to be taken the forefront, because practicality wise, you were zonked. You didn't have any energy left. You needed a pick-me-up because of this Five of Cups energy. And I think what was the catalyst to that was, yes, you spilled over, yes, you cried over the spilt milk or the spilt water or the spilt energy. But then when you looked behind you, you realised, wow, I actually have so much still. Yes, things didn't work and things have been lost, but look what I've got still. And I think this is the energy that gave you that propel, you know, that propel forward. So remember that although things may not be working, there is still much to celebrate, you know, because you do have something left. Look behind you, you know, look through your past, look through where you've come from. Don't let your past hold you back, but rather inform your strength and your wisdom. Yes, things may have fallen behind, but look at this person. They've got 2 cups standing upright, hasn't dropped down. Don't just look at what hasn't worked. Look at how far you've really come. Let's look at this thief energy lastly, before we go into getting some advice from Spirit. Imagine thief. So if you have been stolen from and you feel as though you've been in competition, people have not been ethical, and they haven't been sincere, and they've taken and they've lied and they haven't been transparent, then just know justice is on its way. There is going to be a balance again, you know, balance will be restored. You know, this energy speaks of things, things coming into balance, things becoming fair and ordered. And sometimes when we want to get things back, sometimes it means that, you know, you may not get the, say if someone stole something physical from you, you may not get that physical item back, but what justice you can get back is knowing that karma will take care of that situation, and all you have to do is look after yourself and remain in a place that is high vibrational, that is full of gratitude and grace, and the amount of abundance that flows into you is the justice, is the balance. You know, this is where you get that recognition and reward. You know, you've gone through it, you really have. You know, you've taken the actions that you needed to take. You took the time for that self-care when you were really not feeling yourself, not feeling great, and you had to dig deep for that feeling of comfortability and stability in your own self. And then we have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like the Queen of Swords is coming in to cut away all the BS, coming in to support, coming in to help. So possibly you may have someone who is helpful at the cleanup, helpful at cutting away at the BS, being focused, being very, very, you know, sometimes you need somebody who is about the solutions, not always about sitting down moaning about the actual problems, but a solution person, someone who says, all right, let's cut to the chase. What it is that we need. What do you need from me? What can I do to help? How can I assist? You know, maybe this is the energy that you need to invoke. Getting very, very confident in what it is that you do, what you have, and being focused on cutting away at any of the BS that does not serve. Because ultimately, it's not about your past holding you back, and it's about you balancing the spirituality and your practicality. I love that. And what supports this is being a conscious consumer, not going for things that are ethical, you know, fair trade, things that are balanced and clear, not coming from a, you know, a negative place, and attracting, not chasing, not running for things, not chasing things down, because maybe that might be the reason why things aren't coming to you, because the energy's wrong. It's all, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, instead of, I deserve, You know, I deserve to have the wealth. I deserve, you know, and I'm grateful for all I have, and I'm grateful for, you know, the source creator for giving me the opportunities to have to live in this particular lifestyle. You know, that loving, welcoming energy instead of that chasing negative energy. I love that. So very lastly, let's get some advice on the animal spirit deck here. What advice do you have for the collective regarding this spread? Thank you. So we have firstly, frog spirit, clear out the clutter. So possibly this is clearing out the clutter of your mind, not being so worried about the past, and also clearing the physical clutter out of your home, because remember, we are balancing spirituality and practicality. So spirituality says clearing out the clutter. Maybe it's time for you to come and book a Reiki healing. Maybe you need to release some of the blockages. Maybe you have things that are blocked within you that need to be released. Come for a reading. Maybe that's what needs to be cleared. The clutter that you're holding on to, the things that haven't worked. Maybe you're still going through this energy here. So clearing the clutter, and clearing the clutter from your home, that supports you lifting the energy around you. That changes the vibration of where you're staying at. Okay, and then we have turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. So you don't have to rush, you know, with that chasing energy, you know. Rather, it's about attracting, becoming the type of person energetically, vibrational, being a vibrational match, or coming into alignment with what you want. So slow and steady wins the race. And then lastly, whale spirit, trust the great mystery. Don't be such a control freak. It's not always going to end up where you want it, you know, the way you perceive it. But trust the great mystery. Trust in the fact that there is so much going on for you. You are gathering data. You are gathering strength, wisdom, experience, you know, love, you know, triumph. You know, for all the adversity, you are growing and you're developing, and you're growing spiritually. So my lovelies, that has been your reading. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And for your personal readings, where we can get more in depth what's going on with you personally, all the information is in the description box below. And come for your Reiki healing as well. I'll do it at a distance as well, so you can still get the powerful effects of a Reiki healing to unblock those areas. And lastly, I would love for you guys to join us, Daryl Whitaker and myself, on the 29th at 8 p.m. Tickets are at Eventbrite. Their links are in the description box for the new moon in Taurus meditation. My lovelies, you take care and have a wonderful day. Blessings to you.